Good morning. This is Tommy Lackey, and it is April 19th. Before markets open, I thought we'd take a quick look at the QQQ, or the Nasdaq 100, and see kind of where it sits as we start the day. Looks like in pre-markets the futures are up right now, but it's early. So as we go through and we start with the 65-minute chart as we have, the first thing that jumped out to me as I backed up is off the lows. This has been just a really clean trend. Not too fast, not too slow, keeps stair-stepping and moving its way up. And so it's something that it's been very orderly and given some opportunities. But as we see where we're at right now, we're above the moving average bands that I use as they bounced off of them. And the RSI is in a bull range, not overbought, and pointing up as we closed out yesterday. So this morning it looks like we might gap up above this on the 65-minute. Breaking out of this little range. And as you can see, the volatility stop is on a buy as well. The buy wasn't until about 110, 40 or 50 area, but it looks like it's trying to move away from that zone now. Moving up to the daily, one of the things I've been talking about for the last week or so is the Nasdaq 100, or the QQQ, and the Russell 2000 IWM closing these big opening year gaps at some point. It looks like we're teasing it in pre-market here, but we haven't done it there yet in regular market hours. So this 111.84 area looks like the gap close. But other than that, the daily as well is in an RSI bull range. It's not terribly overbought. It's been on nitrous as it's been moving higher. And it just continues to kind of move itself sideways, then surge, and then sideways, and then surge, and it looks like we might be starting another move higher. This gap may cap it. It may go up to this next one up here in the 113 and change area, 113.25. But right now, it still looks like this trend wants to continue and is showing strength. As we move over here to the volatility stop, it switched over way back here around 104, 105 area. And it pulled back just a little bit and has just continued to climb since that point. So there's nothing here that's showing warning signs or anything at that point on the daily. And finally here we go into the weekly chart, and we see that as with all the others, we had this huge trend coming all the way up. But as we look forward here as to where we are right now, we have moved back above the MA bands, which are now turning up. And the trend looks fine here. The big thing we have to pay a little attention to here is the lower volume we've had on the way back up here. Is a little bit concerning, but I don't put too much weight in that. And then second, the RSI here is, I would consider that a spike right there, but some would consider that shifting to a bear range. So we really wanted to make it back up over 60 here fairly soon. And with CFG kind of trying to roll over, we just want to keep our eyes open as we close those daily gaps and see if we come into any weakness up here in these resistance areas. Right now, it doesn't seem to be a concern, but it's something to keep your eye on. Now on the volatility stop, this is a very interesting one because it never really fell, and we crossed over it last August in that drop. And then we never got back above it as we moved back to the highs and then failed back down. So now you don't even cross into a weekly buy signal until you get above 113.95. So that's an interesting thing to look at here, is that might be an area that we find some resistance as well if we continue to move higher at the moment. So hope this helps. Good luck everybody today, and we'll kind of see where things go.